Good evening, everyone. This is Bertina with the New You Self-Care. We are a holistic business that allows you to connect with your mind, your body, and your soul. This month, the podcast will be talking about your intuition. If you want to learn more about your intuition, gain services such as readings, Reiki, or other intuition developmental classes, make sure you visit my website, anewyouselfcare.com. Well, tonight we're going to talk about the 5 ways to develop your intuition. Intuition is a tool that all of us have. Some people suggest that it's a mystical power, while others would suggest that it's merely our subconscious trying to tell us something. Regardless of the source, we all have that little voice that tries to tell us things from time to time. As we get older, we often learn to ignore that little voice, and we turn to logic and focus on being practical. But we've experienced a lot over the years, and there's some part of our brain that has accumulated a tremendous amount of wisdom. Listening to that little voice can be a good thing. Now let's try some of these techniques to develop your intuition. Let's meditate for a few minutes each day. One characteristic of intuition is that it has a soft voice most of the time. It can be challenging to notice if our minds are busy with other things. Meditation is a great way to clear the mind and make room for our intuition to come shining through. A simple technique is to clear your mind is to simply count your breaths and attempt to stay focused on your breathing. Avoid letting your mind wander. So let's try that for a moment. Let's just simply close our eyes. Take in a deep, deep breath. And then exhale for just a moment. Just letting your body relax. Not really focusing on anything. Now let's again, as we have our eyes closed, take in a deep breath through our nose. Now gently release through your mouth. Become aware of your breath as we are purposefully breathing in and then out. Now allow our breath to become more natural. And let's just focus here for just a few moments. Counting in your breaths and then exhaling with your breath. Some people like to use different words or mantras as we're breathing in and out. So we may try breathing in peace, exhale love, breathe in peace, exhale love. And let's continue doing that for just a few moments. Notice how calming you are. Notice how clear the mind is. And now let's simply begin to try to listen to any voice that is speaking to us. It may be our intuition. We may call them by different names, such as spirit. We may call them our spirit guides, our higher self. It doesn't matter. They're all from us, part of us. Remembering that it's only love and light that comes from these guides, from your intuition. Now let's go ahead and take a deep breath in. Slowly exhale. And slowly begin to open your eyes. Now, if you have a journal, Just take a few seconds to write down in your journal just your experiences. Was it hard for you to keep your mind quiet? Was it hard for you to focus on your breathing? Or was it an easy task? You may choose to stop this recording if you want to write a little longer, and then return to it when you feel that you have journaled as much as you wish. Now, we said we're going to talk about the 5 ways to develop your intuition. And we all know about meditation. It is a more popular form of exercise that we have today. But one of the things that many people tend to forget is that even while we are sleeping, we are allowing our mind to relax. So recording your dreams is another way to develop your intuition. Our dreams are full of useful information. And many psychologists believe that we work out our challenges in our sleep. It's difficult for most people to remember the dreams, but studies show that we average about 5 dreams per night, and most of us are lucky to even remember one. I have a couple of kind of tricks, suggestions for you to help remember your dreams. Once you begin to get into bed, tell yourself that you want to remember your dreams in the morning, and keep thinking of this to yourself until you fall asleep. This will also help allow you to start to control your dreams, controlling what dreams you have, and even the actions within your dreams. Keep a notebook or a pen near your bed, or even if you want to use a voice recorder on your cell phone, that works well too. But as soon as you wake up, just start writing. Dreams tend to fade from memory quickly, so if you do this before speaking to anyone, getting out of bed, or doing any of the many chores that you have, this will help allow your memory to share your dreams. It may take a few times to get to this point, and that's okay. And then, once you begin to dream and you start having more notes, review your dreams and see if there might be any information you can use in your life. For example, if you're continually dreaming about one thing, it may be a sign that may be something that you may need to focus on, think about, pay attention to. There are a lot of dream journals out there, a lot of dream dictionaries to help you kind of analyze your dreams. But a few things are the people in your dreams don't always represent the actual people that are there, but ideas or influences of that person. So if you are dreaming about someone who's really kind to you, then the message has to do with kindness, maybe being kind to yourself, maybe not being so hard on yourself. So just take that time to dream. And if you don't want to use a cell phone, because sometimes the cell phones, the lights tend to be too glaring on someone, just have an old recorder there and just begin to talk. Now, the third idea is to follow your intuition. The surest way to shut down your intuition is to never follow it. So start using it in situations that have minor importance. It could be as simple as taking a walk and asking yourself which way you should turn at the intersection or at the fork in the road. Show your intuition that you're listening and responding, and you'll be more likely to hear from it in the future. This can be something as simply as trusting your gut, as we usually say. Stopping and thinking before we have actions. Clearing your mind and really listening to what it is around you that is saying. Maybe you're possibly at work And it's someone that has maybe not acted the way that they usually do. They may be a little short, maybe a little rude. And instead of just firing off a rude comment, stop and feel your intuition. Are you reading that person's body language? Can you feel their energy? Have they had a bad morning? Are they sad or scared? Trust the intuition, and then just kind of write down some notes. And then later, as time comes and different topics come up again, refer back and see what it is that maybe was going on with that person. It may come out in a conversation later that maybe they were just really sad or they weren't feeling well that day. And you'll know that you'll be able to trust your intuition. Now, number 4 is to busy your mind. And many people find that their best ideas come while their mind is busy, but just not too busy. Some examples commonly cited include walking, driving down the highway, taking a shower, or listening to the rain. Think about the times that you've had a lot of great ideas and try to put yourself in similar situations more frequently. I know when my boyfriend and I take trips, I always take a notebook in the car because I promise every book idea, every project idea I've had has come up in the car while we're traveling. I'll think about one thing, we'll have a conversation, I'll have an aha moment, my intuition will kick in, and bam, a new idea, a new project, a new something. And speaking of notebooks, the 5th thing that you can do is to keep a journal. Take a few moments each day to write in a journal. Sometimes putting things down on paper opens a floodgate of your ideas and inspirations. Just like I said in the car, I take a notebook and I start writing things down and I just go. It just flows. It's just so natural. Now always go back and study what you've written, and you're likely to find insights that you haven't considered. Always keep your journals in a safe place so you'll feel more comfortable with being honest and thorough about things. Journals work really good if you are having issues with a person and maybe you're wanting to respond too quickly, but you know you shouldn't. Take just a few moments to write down the entire situation, maybe the conversation, and go back and look over it again. And maybe you'll see that that conversation is something totally different than what you thought it was. So being in touch with your intuition can help you identify and solve the challenges in your life that are causing stress. So it also releases your imagination and your creativity. Your intuition is a great resource, but it's important to nurture it. Start with smaller things, and when your intuition has proven it's reliable, use it to make bigger decisions. Intuition is a tether to the subconscious. It's your ultimate source of wisdom and creative energy. Make life easier and richer by utilizing all of your resources. And some of your resources is me. I do monthly psychic development classes. I do sisterhood classes, meditation classes, and all that is on my website at anewyouselfcare.com. I have a spiritual center that I ran in my home until COVID hit, and it's called Inner Bliss Spiritual Center, and it's part of A New You. A New You is, as I said before, the mind, the body, and the soul. So yoga, fitness routines, weight loss coaching is all part of the body and the mind. Meditation and yoga goes into the mind, and mindfulness activities, journaling activities, and then the spiritual connection, your intuition, your chakras, your law of attraction, and your inner wisdom are all the things that I offer. So if you want to go to my website and look at some information, or even email me at anewyouselfcare.com. I'm sorry, that's the website, anewyouselfcare@gmail.com. I'll get it right in a moment. I'll answer your questions. I do tarot readings, angel card readings, Reiki sessions, chakra balancing, and private meditation sessions as well. And you can find those links on my website. But there's also some free things on my website. I have free journals and planners and a classroom that has meditations and journal prompts and free books on intuition. It's called A Daily Dose of Awesomeness. And all you have to do is go to my website, click on free, scroll down, and you'll find all kinds of free stuff there. But for now, I hope that you have a wonderful evening. I hope you have wonderful, sweet dreams. And remember, just start slowly. Your intuition has always been there with you, it will always be there. It's just that if we haven't used it or we doubt it, we just have to be really slow in developing and trusting what we hear, what we see, and what we know. So have a good night and namaste.